Hey everybody, good morning. Happy 4th of July from Knoxville, Tennessee. This is JB. Decided to do a brisket today on my brand new Pit Boss pellet smoker. Kind of wanted to give you a little story about how we got here. So over the last several months, I've been talking about buying a pellet grill. Seen them in the news, seen them in the stores over the last couple years, and I've kind of got a little bit of a grill fetish, as my wife will attest to. I've got a few. So finally pulled the trigger yesterday, bought me the grill, put it together last night, and decided to do a brisket today for the 4th of July. So been on YouTube and the internet looking at every conceivable video out there, professionals, backyard grillers, grilling gurus, barbecue gurus, all that. So I've got a whole bunch of tips and knowledge and all that kind of stuff. And I've taken my own little take on all that. I'm going to use bits and pieces of all of it and hopefully put together a nice brisket for later today. But kind of wanted to go through the whole process and kind of show you what pieces and parts that I took from all those videos and hopefully make it a little easier on you. We'll talk about briskets and then we'll talk about grills, and specifically my new pellet grill from Pit Boss. Anyway, to start off with, I chose a brisket based on a lot of the things that I learned from looking at YouTube videos, and I bought a USDA Prime brisket. I'm going to take this thing out of the packaging, trim it up. I'm not going to get into all that in this video. If you want to learn about all that, there's plenty of videos that do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and then once it's all trimmed up, we'll start over. All right, thanks. Getting ready to put some rub on the brisket. I just bought this at Kroger's, I think. Just some off-the-shelf standard brisket, Texas-style brisket rub. I didn't want to get too fancy with that. I just wanted to make it real easy for, you know, the typical guy that's out there that just wants to do a brisket, just goes to the grocery store and gets what's available instead of going to, you know, some elaborate, you know, concoction of spices that you see these guys do all the time. I wanted to make it as real as I could. So anyway, brisket's done, ready to be rubbed. And one thing I did learn from all the videos that I've watched is to cut the end off of the brisket, which I already did right here. That way, when it's done and as it shrinks down in size and kind of changes shape a little bit, you kind of know where to cut it when you serve it. So you want to cut it against the grain. As you can see, the grains are running this direction. So, all right, folks, here we are in the backyard. So, I wanted to kind of show you what's going on here with the grills and the Pit Boss. So, decided to buy myself a brand new pellet grill. Here's what I got. There it is. Rural King, 400 bucks. I was looking at these things everywhere. I've looked at the Traegers, I've looked at the Green Mountains, everything in between, and it seemed like this one had the most bang for the buck. Reviews on the internet were favorable. Anyway, decided to go with this one, the PB700D, and it's nice, it's heavy. Put it together last night. Took about an hour and a half in my garage by myself, a few beers. Anyway, we're gonna build a grill with some pellets. I bought these at Rural King as well. So I got these, they look great. Some kind of blend, maple hickory cherry. Sounds awesome. 20-pound bag. Should all go in the hopper. So I'm gonna put it in there, fire it up, let it do its little thing. And in about an hour from now, I'm gonna put the brisket on and go to town. And while it's doing that, I'm gonna do some yard work. Yeehaw! What a way to celebrate the 4th of July. Anyway, good stuff. We'll have some good food later, and we'll show you what's going on. So I'm back. Just wanted to show you this real quick. Look at that. 120-pound bag. Filled that thing to the top, just like it says. So that's awesome. So, all right, I'm gonna shut the lid, and per instructions, got everything set up, ready to go. I'm gonna turn it to smoke. And there it goes. You guys can hear that? That was the very first time turned it on. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit per instructions, and let it burn off a little bit. Some of the oil that's on there, it's got a little bit of oil. So I'm gonna let it do that for about an hour, and then that's what it says to do per instructions. Then I'm gonna put the brisket on and go. I just wanted to say too that I really like this Pit Boss. It's really heavy. Seems to be good quality heavy metal, and it looks cool. I like it. But anyway, the Pit Boss just seemed, or the pellet grills just seemed like the kind of the best of both worlds. That's kind of why I settled on it. It's electric. It's got the fan. It's kind of a convection oven, grill, smoker, all that stuff. So I'm excited. I can't wait. And we'll see how this thing goes later on today. I'll be back in a bit with the brisket. We are back here with Pit Boss. It's time to put the brisket on. So temperatures settled down pretty good. I've got the directions for how to cook the brisket straight off the Pit Boss website. I'm gonna kind of use those and kind of do it my own way. They say to put it on 250. I've got it on 225, and the temperature seems to be hovering somewhere around 230 to 245. Right now it's at 245. This says 245. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the brisket on. I'm gonna put a little olive oil on the grates. The grates are oiled. Here we go. Look at that beautiful brisket. One other thing I did too, I'll tell you. You see right here where I put a toothpick. That's the end I cut off. Just wanted to make sure that I would be able to recognize where I cut it. This thing's heavy. All right, folks. There we have it. I'm gonna shut the lid. We're gonna open this thing up and take a look at it for the first time, and I'm gonna do a couple little things while I've got it open. So here we go, the big reveal. Oh wow, look at that. Golly, that looks good. Starting to tighten up a little bit. That looks absolutely gorgeous. So two things I'm gonna do, things I've kind of learned from some other videos. I'm gonna hit it with a little apple juice in the sprayer here. And then I'm also gonna hit it with a little parquet, which I've seen a couple people do in their videos, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I thought I'd try it, see what happens. Look at that. That looks awesome. I can't read it. Here we go. A little butter. This is gonna be good. Folks, that's going to be delicious. So we'll come back, check it out in a little bit, and we'll see how it's going. All right, folks, we're back. So it's been almost 5 hours, right at 5 hours. My temperature, internal temperature is 162. So I'm getting ready to take the brisket off of the grill, wrap it in foil, and spritz it a little bit more with some apple juice and some parquet. Secret ingredient. Put it back on the grill and let it get up to about 195, 200 degrees. So we'll probably have another 3 hours to go, maybe 4. So we'll see. So anyway, here we go. Look at that thing. Get in there. See that? That is beautiful. So far, the grill has been working really well. Quite pleased. So here we go. I've got the brisket out, got it on my tin foil. I'm gonna go ahead and doctor it up here with the parquet. It's been sitting in the sun, so it is quite liquidy. Wow, this is gonna take it over the top. I've seen several videos online of folks doing this, and it just looked like seemed like a good idea. So here we are. I'm also going to take a little apple juice, mix that on there one more time. Wow, that looks really, really good. There we go. All right, I'm going to wrap it up now and put it back on the grill. All right, everybody, we're back. I've got the brisket all wrapped up, foiled up, getting ready to close the lid. Got my meat probe set for 200 degrees. Throw it back on there, and we're gonna go to town. And we're getting ready to celebrate 4th of July here in Knoxville. So what better way to do that with the frosty beverage? And we're gonna try the most important feature on this grill right now, which is the bottle cap opener. If I can figure out how to make it work. And it officially works. Happy birthday, America. All right, everybody, so the brisket's been on right at 7 hours total time. So it's been wrapped now for about 2 hours. My temperature is at 203. So I'm gonna use my little probe that I've got. It's also a little temperature gauge. I wanna see if we have achieved perfect doneness here. So it should go in like butter. That's pretty good right there. Real good right there. Looks like a thick end here. Well, it's going in really good. I think I'm going to give it about maybe 10 minutes. And then we're going to take it in the house and let it sit for about 1 hour. And then we are going to eat. Back in the house, back in the kitchen. The brisket's been sitting covered in a couple of towels for about 1.5 hours. So here is the big reveal. Let's see how this thing looks. I know it smells amazing. It's still really hot. Oh boy. That is good looking brisket. Yum, yum. So, let's get this thing out. I'm gonna go ahead and slice it and get the cap off. Here's the end where I cut. You'll notice it right here. I also put my little toothpick in there so I know where to cut. Wow, that is just so juicy. We can get it right here so you can see it. Let's just slice into that. Oh. Wow, that's sliced so good. Oh man. That looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very tender. Very tender. That is a good looking piece of brisket. It's got a perfect smoke ring. That is going to be delicious. I'm going to have it with my favorite barbecue sauce and a few onions. Alright folks, everybody get a bite. Come on in, Shelby, grab a bite.
That's good. That's really good.
Thank you for joining me on my brisket 4th of July. This is JB signing off. I thoroughly enjoyed it, had a good time. We'll see you next time.